All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Lemoore City Council Chambers at 429 C Street. It is August 2nd, 2022. Please silence all electronic devices as the courtesy of attendance. Let me do my own. I don't want to be that guy. And turn off the fire page. This is our regular session 5:30 meeting. We're going to go ahead and stand for invocation that Nathan Olson's going to give, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. So please stay standing afterwards.
Join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for our city and those that protect it and keep us safe. Lord, we ask you just guide this council tonight as we make decisions that affect our city and get us all home safely this evening. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Ready, salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Cheney.
Here.
Councilmember Gornick. Councilmember Orth.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Matthews. Here. Mayor Lyons.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. So is there any agenda approval additions and or deletions? No, seeing none. And we have nothing, no closed session to report, correct? Correct. Which takes us into public comment. Public comment will be in accordance with the attached policy. This time is reserved for members of the audience to address the city council on items of interest that are not on the agenda and are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the council. It is recommended that speakers limit their comments to 3 minutes each, and it is requested that no comments be made during this time and period on items on the agenda. The council is prohibited by law from taking any action on matters discussed that are not on the agenda. Prior to addressing the council, any handouts for council will be provided to the city clerk for distribution to the council and appropriate staff. The public will have an opportunity to comment on items on the agenda once the item has been called and the mayor opens to the public. So with that being said, any public comment?
Good evening, Mayor and council members. So I did receive 3 public comments that I'm going to read into the record. The first one is from Ron Van Dyke, and it reads, "Good evening and thank you for your time. My name is Ron Van Dyke and I have been a Lemoore citizen for 12 years. I have been watching the council and planning commission meetings online for a while now, and there were a couple of comments made at the last council meeting that really struck a chord with me regarding local businesses and relationship or lack of thereof with the city government. Every day when I pull off the highway, I'm greeted with welcome to Lemoore, with a welcome to Lemoore sign that emphasizes our local businesses by encouraging people to buy locally. Week after week in the various meetings that are being held, the majority of the time is spent talking about another cannabis production facility, another gas station, another car wash, another convenience store, and a 70-acre lot for a FEMA-funded wrestling facility, new hotels, and new restaurants, all of which are garnered a general consensus of overwhelming opportunity for our small town. With that being said, what is the city doing to help foster and grow a healthy relationship with the local businesses? The downtown area is struggling. Buildings are falling apart. There is not enough engagement with the owners or with the community to really push the buy local mantra. The city does not need another gas station. The world does not need another Applebee's or Buffalo Wild Wings. With the assumed commercial, industrial, and residential growth this city is planning for in the coming future, why aren't we hearing more about what we are going to do to help develop our local businesses? Is it the assumption that the franchises, gas stations, and hotels are going to give back to the community like a thriving local business scene would? The council said it yourselves. There is a great opportunity here. I guess all I'm trying to say is that I hope the energy put forward into it is directed appropriately so that we do not become just another Hanford 12th Avenue. Again, thank you for your time. Have a good evening. All right, the next one is from Philip Wren, and it reads, submitting for public comment for city council meeting on August 2nd. This is Phil of Bird Street Brewing. I would recommend the city to utilize the calendar feature on the Lemoore webpage to announce changes to the regular council meeting schedule. On July 8th, I was informed via text message by Councilmember Orth the code enforcement phone number on the city website was a bad number and it will be updated accordingly. Going to lemoore.com/code enforcement, searching for code enforcement on the city's website, or searching for Lemoore code enforcement on search engines such as Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, and still produce the outdated website. On July 12th, I had a long discussion with David Orth on the phone over various topics, one of which was discussing the need for the city to provide outreach to the community and its businesses. One issue stemmed from an email list that Sheila used to communicate with downtown, and Councilmember Orth's assurance that an email distribution list would be acquired to communicate about the downtown liaison situation. Another suggestion was to schedule a town hall type of open forum. It has been almost a month since the phone number issue was brought to the city's attention and 3 weeks since the discussion about communicating to downtown businesses. There has been no traction either way. The current council continues to assure me that they are not like the prior councils and they want to change things. These inactions suggest otherwise. It doesn't matter who is sitting on council if you continue to talk without acting. Thank you. The next one reads, a public comment from Alfred Trujillo, and it reads, hello, unfortunately, I am not able to be here in person, but my name is Alfred Trujillo and I am the owner of the Moon Room that was located in Lemoore. I would just like to say I hope the city takes the community and business owners' complaints seriously at the lack of support the city has given, which we experienced firsthand. It has been over a month since the liaison has left and we have heard no updates or plans, and I understand that y'all are busy. But seeing zero effort on the city's/council's behalf, we decided as of 2 weeks ago to move our business elsewhere and have already done so. Our closing day was last Wednesday. We do hope that change happens for current businesses' sake and that someone steps in to help the amazing businesses in downtown Lemoore as they currently have no support, it seems like. That was it.
Okay. Is there any public comment online or? Okay. Okay, so I guess we are done with public comment, right? Okay, yeah, we are. Takes us to the ceremonial presentations, and seeing that there is none, it'll take us to the department and city manager reports.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. So first off, we'll start out with some park and rec updates. We finished summer day camp last week. We are in the last week of the indoor soccer league. Signups for flag football, the deadline for sign up is August 4th, so coming up in 3 days. So those out there, you have 3 more days if you want to sign up. We have about 217 participants signed up for flag football, which should give us 20 to 30 teams. So it's a pretty good turnout this year. We are also in the process of interviewing and sending out offers to 2 rec coordinators. Interviews went today. So staff is working on those. Once we get coordinators hired, we will then be assigning somebody to the downtown merchants. You've heard a couple of people hadn't been communicated with. 2 of the individuals that wrote letters in tonight, I spoke to personally and let them know that we were hiring staff and things like that. So to say nobody talked to them, it is inaccurate, and they already know it because they're sending us letters. I would like to point out too that Kings County is releasing some more funding for small businesses. Deadline to apply for, or the opening, I believe, is September 1st on a first come, first serve. And that the city did, through the CARES Act funding, give more than half the money the city received to our local businesses to help support them through those times. So, you know, I understand there's people that think we don't care about our downtown, but that it's absolutely not true. We had like Kiva's Boutique. We went down there. Sheila was going down and putting people on Facebook, like, come shop here. She moved because nobody was shopping there. She couldn't sell $1,800 worth of merchandise a month in Lemoore. The Moon Room gentleman, I spoke to him a few weeks ago. He's moving too because nobody was shopping his locale. I'm sorry. I can't force our residents to shop local. A business owner has to run their business. I can't subsidize all these businesses either. We do when we can, and when we will have a new liaison for downtown here in the direct future, but I'm a little frustrated at a few people saying that we don't support our community or our downtown. It is just not true. And if anybody has issues, my cell number is public available. Please come talk to me. That's it for updates.
Okay, so that takes us to the consent calendar. Section 3, items considered routine in nature are placed on the consent calendar. They will be considered and voted upon in one vote as one item unless a council member or a member of the public requests individual consideration. 3-1, approval of the minutes, regular meeting, July 19th, 2022. 3-2, approval resolution 2022-33, authorizing continued use of remote teleconferencing provisions, AB 361. 3-3, approval of the notice completion, CIP 5712A, modular building improvements for the Lemoore Public Safety Dispatch Center. 3-4, approval of notice of completion, Lemoore SB1 Street Improvements Project. 3-5, approval notice of completion, the CIP 5015, the Vine Street pedestrian path. 3-6, approval of provisional services agreement between the City of Lemoore and Retail Strategies LLC. 3-7, approval of budget amendment and position allocation amendments for additional full-time staff. And 3-8, approval agreement for professional planning services consultant and on-call consultants. So would any member of council like to pull anything from 3-1 through 3-8?
I have a quick question, Nathan. The typo, do I need to pull that for the
No.
typo or?
No, we don't need to
Okay.
pull it. We'll just, because it's a minor correction, we'll just make the correction.
Okay, perfect.
So none, council?
No.
Okay, we're going to open it to the public. Would any member of the public would like to pull any items? None? Seeing none, back to council. I'm looking for a motion to accept the consent calendar as read with the correction of the one typo.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Mrs. Matthews. Second. And Mr. Cheney, second. Ms. Matthews, how do you vote?
I'm going first. Aye.
Okay, aye. Mr. Cheney?
Aye.
Mr. Orr? Aye. I vote aye as well. The ayes have it. Consent calendar passes.
Did everybody just say aye?
Yep.
Oh my
You
God.
followed your lead.
First time for everything.
Yeah.
And seeing how there is no public hearing and no new business, that's going to take us to our brief city council reports and requests. Mr. Cheney?
I just want to thank, I had the opportunity to talk with the city manager and city attorney today. And obviously, the city attorney is well versed in the law. And the city manager is a born leader. So I appreciate him being such a leader. And I just want to thank city staff, city crew, the assistant city manager, and the fire department and police department for all they do. And that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Cheney. Mr. Orr?
Well, I too would like to thank all the city staff that work so hard on keeping our city running through the good times and bad. And I do agree that I think our city staff and city manager do everything in their power to help all the downtown business owners do the best they can. And like to reiterate it, we can only do so much. We can't make building owners spend thousands and thousands of dollars fixing their buildings. We can't make them. We can, but we're, at this point, we're not going to. So it's one of those things. So, you know, just, it's a tough time out there, and everyone needs to just understand we're doing the best we can for what we got. And I'd like to thank all the city employees because they work hard to do this. And with a lot less staff than they deserve. I'd like to thank the fire department for all the hard work they do, and the police, all the hard work they do. And let's just keep our heads together and keep moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Matthews?
Just want to, a couple of things that, or no, just one thing, because that was already spoken about. Legacy Salon and Barbershop downtown is hosting a back to school supply giveaway August 6th from 10 to 5 p.m. With all kinds of different supplies. If anybody's interested in donating to that, they are taking donations. And then of course, if anybody's interested in attending the event and receiving, it's open to the public. Everyone is welcome. They're also giving free haircuts for kids going back to school. So that's pretty awesome that a downtown business is giving back like that. And they haven't been here that long. So kudos to them, and anybody that wants, like I said, anybody wants to donate, make sure that you get those donations there before August 6th. I also want to give a shout out to Powell Peralta Bones team. Sorry for butchering that, for coming to Little Lemoore and making some local skaters extremely happy. I was able to witness that, and some of these kids kind of idolized some of the guys that showed up, and just to see the look on their faces, and the team genuinely cared about the kids and talked with them, answered questions, and it was just a good thing to witness. I also want to thank Tim Welsh from Flowline for all he does for the community and kind of helping put Lemoore on the map as far as the skate community goes. So thank you. Also, I don't believe this was touched on, the Air National Guard public meeting regarding a proposal to locate F-35 aircraft at Lemoore Naval Air Station is going to be August 10th from 5 to 7 at 470 Champion Street. So if anybody's interested in going to that, I believe I read that there will not be a presentation, but to bring your questions and check out the tables of information that they have available. I also want to thank city staff, like echoing everyone else, for hanging in there and doing a lot of jobs that were meant for more people. So I really appreciate you guys, even the ones that aren't here, for stepping up and doing everything that you do for the city. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Matthews. I'll tell you what, I had an experience today. So I went and got my haircut today because I'm going back to school. And I went into Supreme Cuts, and they have about 5 different guys in that place. And they all look like they kind of have their own little style of doing things. And I've had all 5 of those guys cut my hair now. And I've been happy every single time. I kind of think I found a new place to go get my back to school cut. And after I was done in there, I walked around downtown, and I walked into about 7 different businesses. And I literally walked in and I said, hey, I'm just here to see if you have any thoughts, concerns, complaints, anything. The only complaint that I got was that there was a strong odor coming from the grease trap that's located in the alley. Let's see here. I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but I don't even know how to say where it's located. Right there by the gas station, by what gas station is it that I'm thinking of on the corner? The one kind of behind Zinni's.
Fox over there.
So that grease trap right there, there was a complaint of a smell right there. And that was it. Oh, and the other question was, they're like, what's going on with the parking lot over there behind in the Wells Fargo parking lot? And I said, you know what, I'll find out. And I got told today that, the city's working on it. And I do have one question, and maybe I can have that question answered. So it used to be that parking lot, it was so funny because I can't remember, someone else had the same complaint a long time ago, that both driveways pull in and you park to the sides on both inlets, and that neither of them turns around and has an outlet. Are we going to have an outlet now, or is it still going to be 2 inlets with parking only going in, and the only outlet being over there coming off of? Yeah, if you would, please. Yeah, just not a lengthy discussion, just a simple, quick answer.
Yes, there will be an in and an out on C Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also you can leave on the alley. Yes.
And when do we think this will be completed?
So we were gonna bid it for asphalt. We're gonna actually bid it out to do it in concrete. We think it might be a little cheaper. So it'll go out to bid probably into this week. We'll post for a couple of weeks. So depending on when we get our contract, we can probably start within a month to probably, 5 weeks, probably we'll get someone out there to start it.
Okay, so
Yes.
there it is. In 6 weeks, it'll be done.
No, that's not what he said.
Thanks, Frank. And that's all I have. Like I said, I went into 6 different businesses and those are the only 2 negative comments I had. Everybody else said, no, we appreciate everything. They even said downtown looks great. It looks the best it's looked in years. I don't know who we're going to think about that, but I can think of a few. And with that, we're done. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, how about this? Mr. Gornick, do you have a closing remark since you were listening to the thing?
Yes. Hello, everybody.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy moly, we can hear you.
Yeah. My apologies. I sure like to change the time, but I'm in a different time zone. And so I didn't get all of the meeting, but I was really struck by your haircut, Mr. Mayor. It was just, it looks amazing from Idaho. I'll tell you. It really looks.
Well, you ought to go down to Supreme Cuts and get your hair cut.
Will they give this guy a discount?
Yeah, all you got to do is tell me going back to school.
Thank you. You guys did a good job tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Gornick.
Thanks, Frank.
So with that, we are adjourned.